Welcome back to another episode 9. Got a very special episode for you guys today. And before we get this episode started, don't forget that we're back on Spotify. You can go listen to it. Link will be down in the description below. But let's get right into it. Who are we here with today?
My name's Hangartner, and I play football and I wrestle here. Play running back.
All right, man. All right. So first question, when did you realize that you wanted to play college sports?
I feel like honestly it was like a lifelong dream. Just when I was younger, watching college football on the TV and just realizing that I didn't think I'm good enough to do it. So kind of just when I started playing football.
Okay. All right. What was your recruiting process like before you got here?
I would say it was a little different. It's not the ideal like recruiting process. So I had a decent junior year, so I had good film, and then the first game of my senior year is like the first quarter. I broke my foot, and then I was out for the season from like game 1 to the playoffs, and then the state championship. So it was weird, but some coaches kept in touch. Some of them like lost touch, but I think I was really grateful that Hoskins and Martinez and them stayed on it, and they stayed like really loyal. And I think that's what brought me here, was seeing that they stayed loyal enough to like, this kid hasn't played in over a year, but we're still going to give him a chance. So I think that's what brought me here for sure.
Did you have any more offers besides Simpson?
Yeah, I had 2 or 3, just solely off that junior film. It was UW River Falls, and then Western New Mexico stayed like in touch, but then they lost touch. And then there was one more. It was like a school in, I think, Missouri. I can't remember the name though, but Simpson was the best decision, I would think.
Okay. Before we go on in the question, where did you get this jacket from?
Wrestling. It's my
It's a
warm-up.
wrestling jacket?
Yep.
I like the little hood thing.
It's like a Nike Tech kind of, but it's like,
Damn, I wish I could get one of them.
it's fire.
All right, so why did you choose like Simpson? Why did you choose Simpson?
I think anybody that really knows me knows that I chose it because CJ was here.
Yeah.
I think it's like my coolest experience ever was playing with him. But it also came with like a heartbreak because watching him play his last game, like I remember his game 1, his freshman year, and then having us lose on senior day kind of hurt me like really bad. And it like just playing with him was amazing, even though it was only for a season. So I think just playing with your brother, older brother, like idolizing him growing up, like wanting to be him, and then still growing into my own person, you know, but solely it was because of CJ. He was here.
All right. What would you say was the biggest adjustment from high school to college?
Like sports-wise or like
Sports-wise, everything.
I'd say just being so far from home was a big adjustment, learning to grow on my own, but obviously like still staying in contact with my parents. But just learning to grow and live by myself was probably the hardest part because I got really comfortable in Tucson. It's my home. Like I grew up there, and having to go 22 hours away is not like, it's not the most ideal thing, but I'd say the hardest part was adjusting to that. And then sports-wise, it was the speed, probably. I would say the speed of the game is way different. Like, you think you're ready for it, like, no matter what level of, like, high school football you played, like 1A, 2A to 6A, it just doesn't match. Like, these are, like, grown men, you know? So I'd say the strength, the speed, and just learning the playbook's way harder. So that was an adjustment.
All right, I'm jumping out of order with it, but like, it's your first freshman season.
Yeah.
It's over with. Like, how would you recap your season?
It was sort of like an adjustment. So like, obviously I've never been like the best on the team, but coming and filling that role of like the special teams player, scout team player, I'd say that was an adjustment for sure because like everybody wants to come in and start, but it just doesn't work like that. You know, it's a select few like people. And I'd say it was good learning that role, playing it to the best of my abilities, and I think I did all right. Not where I want to be, but filling that role of like being that special teams guy, hustling down on kickoff, making tackles. Because I can't tackle for jack, dude. So I think learning to tackle was different. So it was a good adjustment. I had a great time. I wouldn't want it any other way.
All right, going off that, what's one thing that you've learned finishing your freshman season?
Staying mentally tough. That mental toughness is very crucial. Taking criticism from the coaches, learning from CJ. Like, we had a lot of talks early on, like during the summer and the first few games. Like, I'm here for a reason. Like, coaches believe in me and fill that role that they want, and then it'll open up more opportunities. So I think just building the coaches' trust was the hardest thing. Like, because it was new to me. Like, I never played defense. I played a little bit, but like that tackling, like learning to tackle was the hardest thing. But working constantly on it, it helped a lot. So I'd say staying mentally tough, facing adversity was good.
Okay. All right. So, how did you handle pressure performing on field while balancing school at the same time?
I would say balancing that, like, I'm CJ's little brother. I got a lot to live up to. Like, that dude's a killer, man. So I'd say just knowing that I am my own person and still balancing, like I'm a health and exercise major, just like pre-nursing, so I get all my prereqs done. But just passing my classes, studying, and just finding that balance of student and athlete was the hardest thing, because like nobody really studies in high school, you know. So with the hard major, learning how to study. I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but I'd say it was better. Like, the first semester wasn't ideal, but it's getting better slowly but surely.
All right. Would you say, as being CJ's little brother, would you say that comes with added pressure? Yeah,
for sure. Like I said, he's 3-time All-Conference, like a couple votes away from being All-American. It's like, I know, like we said last time, it's D3. You know, like, people think just because it's D3, it's like not hard, but being an All-American at any level is like crazy good. So I would say it's not a lot of added pressure, but it's as much pressure as you make it, you know.
All right, so on to the next. What is the toughest mental challenge that you've faced ever in your, like, athletic career?
I'd say, like, there's a lot. I mean, we faced a lot of adversity. Can I say two of them, or do you just want to
you
one?
can say
So, I mean, our dad passed away our freshman year, and like, he was our coach growing up. He coached CJ more than me, but like, I learned because I was always on the sideline with them and stuff. So I think after that, like, it was my freshman year of high school, and knowing that, like, he wouldn't, like, he's watching us from above, right? Yeah. So just learning that he's not here, like, physically, but just trying to make him proud. Something I live with every day, just trying to make him proud, and like, living up to those expectations, even though he can't, like, be there. And then the second one I would say is breaking my foot, for sure. Like, all throughout high school, knock on wood, you know, I never really had any major injuries until, like, obviously it comes at the worst time. But learning, like, how to be a team guy. I've always been a team guy, so, like, I want to see the team succeed before my own success. And just growing through that role, like, going to every practice. Like, right after I got surgery, the day after, or like 2 days after I went to practice, you know, like, to go, like, see what we were doing. And I just think that was the hardest part, was even though I couldn't play on the field and produce, like, I could still do something on the sideline. So those two are probably up there.
All right, like, during your foot injury, like, did you ever, like, try to rush it?
Yeah, 100%. It got to the point where, like, I was so down on myself because I couldn't do, like it got, like, I couldn't even walk, you know, like, I had to have crutches, and it was bothering me because I couldn't walk. And then my mom said something where, like, you used to pray just to be able to go to practice. So I kind of slowed down my thinking, like, it takes time. Like, if I want to come back to the best of my ability for my college freshman season, like, I got to take it slow and slow down, not rush anything, and just take it one day at a time.
All right, now do you feel like your foot is, like, has it slowed you down? I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. Like, do you feel as if it slowed you down, like, as a player?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I had a lot of setbacks. Like, for some point in time, I wasn't able to cut on my right foot, you know, so that was hard, just adjusting to that. Because that was during the summer. And then, like, coming into, like, August and stuff, I started taping it up. and then got more comfortable cutting on it because it's new. Like when you don't cut on the like on your leg for 6 months, you know, it's gonna be hard. But I'd say that was the hardest part was like learning how to not play again, but like adjusting to it.
Adjusting.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever considered quitting football or any sport that you played, and why did you keep playing?
Oh, I'd be crazy if I didn't say like everybody wanted to quit at one point, you know. But I just think like my mom and stepdad and my dad, they nailed into us like you're not a quitter. You know, if you're gonna start something, you're gonna finish. Like I'm gonna go off that like wrestling. Like I started wrestling like in 5th grade, and I got to wrestle this year. Like I'm gonna do it the rest of the 3 years because like I'm not a quitter. You know, so that's what got me through like the hard times was my parents like constantly telling us like we didn't raise a quitter. Like you're not a quitter. So if you're gonna start something, you gotta finish it.
All right, wrestling season's over. Right? All right, another freshman season for you. How do you think you did?
Wrestling's hard. I'm gonna say that. Like at any level, like it's not easy. So the preparation building up to it, like I had a short amount of time. I could have done a lot more conditioning wise. So I'm mad at myself for that. But I think just stepping out there, like not many people would do that, you know. So like I haven't wrestled in over a year, and the coaches asked me, they're like, "Hey, we don't have a 184, so can you do it for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So that preparation started, and then I didn't condition as much as I should have, but the first match was all right. I only wrestled 2 matches. Like the first match was all right. I threw the kid in the first period, then I gassed out. You know, so that was something I had to bring into the next week because it was back-to-back weeks, and told myself like I got to get back in shape. So not so much running, but like wrestling. You know, like I can run like 4 miles, but it doesn't mean like I'm gonna be conditioned for wrestling. Like you got to get in those positions. So the second match was a lot better. Like that kid's number 5 in the conference right now. So I think I held my own against him. I lost 8-3, 8-2. But I think overall it was a good experience just to step out there again, and it makes me want to do it more. You know.
All right. So what makes a difference between wrestling conditioning and football conditioning?
I'd say just I don't know, like the contact in football puts so much on your body, like you don't run so much. You know what I mean? Like you run like 5 to 10 yards every play, like at full speed. But wrestling, like when you take a shot, you gotta like do it full speed. And you gotta finish, and that's for 7 minutes straight. You know, so like you rest in football for like 30 seconds maybe, get the play in, maybe a little less. But I'd say that's the biggest like difference is. I don't know how to explain. You know what I mean? Though, like
it's in wrestling, like it's
constantly going, but it's only not only 7. It's a long 7 minutes, but like it's constantly going. But like football, you run a 10-yard, you get a 10-yard gain, and then you come back in the huddle, and then unless you no huddle, that sucks. But yeah, that's the biggest difference. It's just physical. I'd say physical conditioning.
All right. Do you think anybody can do wrestling?
Yeah, I think 100% anybody can do it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But I think if you put your mind to it, you can do it for sure.
Okay, I just had to ask that.
Yeah.
All right. Since being here, has college changed you as a person?
I wouldn't think so, no. I've always been more outgoing. Obviously in high school, like I was known as CJ's little brother. Like we went to different high schools, so it kind of got me out of my shell a little more. And I was kind of nervous because I didn't think I'd really know anybody, like other than the football team. But I think I've like opened up my like horizon. Like my personality is definitely out more, and I like talking to people. So it's not really changed me, but it's opened me up a little more for sure.
All right. What's something that you're working on mentally?
Knowing that like one little thing is not gonna like I'll say like education wise, like a test score it's not gonna affect me in the long run. Like the world keeps spinning, you know, like a biology exam's not easy, and I haven't done too hot on those, but just knowing like I'm gonna end up getting my degree, like one class doesn't affect my major, or it does, but like you know what I mean? It doesn't affect my job in the future. So just knowing that like the world keeps spinning, one little thing, like same with football, one little thing's not gonna just take a toll on my life, you know?
I like that. I ain't heard that one yet. All right, next question. What does support looks like to you?
just knowing that like people are there for me, you know, like during my injury there was a lot of people there for me, but like a select few people, like they all checked in on me, but a select few people, like I'd say in my circle, like my parents, CJ, like even though he wasn't there, like called me every day, made sure I was okay. And then Jaden, he was there a lot. Like even though like these people had their jobs to focus on, you know, like they had other stuff to focus on, but they still took the time out of their like day to check in on me and like come to the house, you know. So I think support is like being there for me, being there for people, and constantly checking in on them. Not constantly, but like checking in on them, making sure they're good, and yeah.
All right. So you and JT went to the same school?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we went to the same. So like in elementary school, we were in like 4th grade. He came like the last quarter of 4th grade, and then we were friends from 4th grade to now.
Yeah, I saw it. I think it was you that posted it, and I was like,
yeah, our middle school 6th grade picture.
Like, hold on, they went to the same school.
Yeah.
I low key forgot JT was from Arizona.
Elementary, middle, and high school, and college. That's
dope.
Crazy. We've been through a lot, man.
That's dope. All right, what motivates you on days when you're exhausted and you don't want to do anything?
What motivates me is my parents. Like seeing how hard they worked for me and CJ to have the life that we have, because they didn't have much growing up, you know, like, and my mom provided so much for us, and then like my parents divorced when we were like 2, CJ was 5, and then my stepdad stepped in and he stepped up a lot. My dad was going through his own stuff, and he was there for us as we got older. Like he was always constantly there, but knowing how hard those people worked for us keeps me going. Like I don't want to fall short of those goals. Like I want to prove to myself and my like family that I can do what I put my mind to.
All right, next question. What do you think is the hardest part about being a student athlete?
Balancing that student athlete like workload, because like we lift at 6 o'clock every morning. Like, and I'm a coaching minor, so I got to coach like other teams. So like, wake up at 4:45.
I was gonna say you be up at 4, though.
Yeah, wake up at 4:45. Go coach women's wrestling in the morning. Go through our lift. Go through like my classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then go coach softball and track. You know, like it's not easy, but like at the end of the day, it's I did it. Like I want to do it. So just finding that like student athlete like balance is pretty hard.
All right. So this could be like in general, like from high school, anywhere else. Yeah. So what has a coach taught you that you will take beyond the sport?
All my coaches have like engraved in us that you're more than your sport. You know what I mean? Like you have to be a good person outside your sport, or people aren't gonna like you. Yeah. You know, like just be genuine, smile at people. Just be nice. I would say like just be a genuine human being, and people are gonna like you. You know, not everybody's gonna like you. In fact, it's not bad, but just being a good person is what they've constantly told us throughout high school and stuff.
All right. So how would you say that oh my God, how do you handle feedback or criticism from coaches or teammates?
Oh, I handle it really good. I think constructive criticism is the best kind of coaching. It's not always the nicest, but I think you gotta be honest with yourself, and like the coach is gonna be honest with you, and however you take that is on you. But I would think constructive criticism is probably the best way of coaching. I take it really well and gives me stuff to work on.
All right. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned from being a part of this college football team?
The biggest lesson? That hard work does pay off. You know, like Hoskins talks about it all the time. Like they went from 1-9, and like I was able to watch that, like, cause CJ. So going from 1-9 to 6-4 takes a lot of hard work and grit. So I would say the biggest thing this team taught me is like have some grit and just face the challenges head on, and it's gonna work out.
All right. I probably already know the answer to this question, but who or what keeps you level-headed?
My faith keeps me level-headed. My parents keep me level-headed. My mom, my stepdad, CJ. Just I would go like my faith keeps me the most level-headed because I know that God's plan is always like I'm wearing my FCA shirt, by the way. So I would say like His faith keeps me level. Like my faith, my walk with Christ keeps me the most level-headed because, like I said, when one thing goes wrong, like it just opens up another door and like opportunities that God gives you, and that it's probably the best thing I would say.
All right. What advice would you give to other high schoolers, high school athletes that's hoping to come to college?
Any level you play at, college football is still college football. Like I said earlier, like people think just because it's D3, it's not hard, which is like terrible mindset. Like I think we've all had that mindset at one point, like D1 or bust. But I feel like once you grow out of that, just playing college football is a big opportunity, and however you take it it's like however you take it. I would say just be confident in yourself. You can play college football. Just be confident in your training.
All right, rapid fire questions. Do you have any superstitions before a game?
Yeah. I wouldn't say, like I put on my left sock, my right sock, I already have my underwear on, so and I put on my girdle, and I put on my pants. I gotta put them on a certain way. Like I put them on, like like inside out, so your knee pads. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait, so you put your girdle on inside?
No, I have my girdle on, but like
you put the
then
pants.
I step through my pants.
Okay, yeah. I feel
so it keeps my knee pads up. It's comfortable. Then I tie my left shoe, my right shoe, or my right cleat, or left cleat, right cleat. Then I go to the training room, roll out, get my turf tape on, put my shirt on, and then my pads, left buckle, right buckle, and then my helmet.
All right.
And then the eye block, I go left side, right side.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What does turf tape do?
I don't know, dude.
Like I wore one time and I was like, what is the point? Is it just like the drip or?
Well, I mean, like as a running back, like you're always like sliding some way like on that. Otherwise, I don't know. Like I think it just keeps the turf burns off.
Always keeps turf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what the fuck turf tape does.
It just keeps the turf burns off like the elbows. That's all. Other than that, I think it looks pretty cool.
All right. What's your go-to game day music?
Country.
Country?
I'm a big country guy. CJ hates it. So, like, whenever we're driving back home, like, all I play is country, and he disconnects my music. But, yeah, the game day, it's always country. Sometimes a little bit of Rod Wave, like Young Boy. So, Frank Sinatra, that's weird. But, yeah, I'd say country, Frank Sinatra, Young Boy, a little bit of rap, like West Coast rap, East Coast rap, all that stuff.
All right. What would be your go-to song?
My go-to song? I don't know. Any country, honestly.
Any country?
Like, slow country, new country. I don't really like new country.
I was going to say you
slow
country. New country.
Yeah, slow country. It's like old school, like George Strait and stuff. George Strait's probably my go-to.
Okay. All right. If you had one word to describe being a college athlete, what word would you use?
Hard.
Hard.
It's hard, dude. Like it's a grind. It's not easy, but I feel like if you have that mindset, like I can do it, then you'll be completely fine. It's hard though, 1,000%.
That's facts. But that's all the questions I have for you today, man. Before we end it off, do you have anything to say to the audience?
Just be thankful that Jesus woke you up another day. Like when one thing goes wrong in your life, like I'm a big like mental health guy.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me really sad when we see these NFL players like was it 3 days ago? Rondell Moore. It just makes me really sad that like they think that nobody's there for them. You know what I mean? And I feel like just check in on your people, check in on your circle, smile at people, just be genuine, and I think it'll get you a long way. Cause like I believe like you never know who your boss is gonna be one day. Mm-hmm. So I think if you be nice to everybody, just be a good person, smile at them, open doors. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. It'll get you a long way. Like I said, Jesus is like, he's what I strive, like who I strive for, and his love is the greatest thing that you'll get. So I think just stay grounded in your faith. Be confident in your training when you get on the field. Take constructive criticism, and just checking on your people, man. So that's all I got.
Well, all right, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that link in the description below to go to Spotify, listen to those podcasts. Also, what was I finna say? God, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like button. Also, don't forget to share with friends or any other athletes. Also, comment down below any more questions for athletes or what sports or athletes you want on the pod next. And that's all I have for you guys.
Tune in to
Peace.
Spotify, man. Tune in to Spotify.
Peace.
Thanks again, dude. I freaking